Good morning, T.Y.B.S.C. student. Today we are going to discuss about the spermatophyta and paleobotany, botany paper 4th, BO 334, semester 3rd. As we already discussed about the in previous syllabus, that is the gymnosperm, its introduction and the economic importance of the gymnosperm as well as the distribution of the gymnosperm. In today's lecture, we are going to discuss about the classification of the plants, that is particularly the gymnosperm, given by the well-known scientist Chamberlain. The gymnosperms are the group of the plants which belongs to the spermatophyta, and that is the seed bearing plants as well as the flower bearing plants. So they are nothing but the flowering plants, and as they are the flowering plants, so they are included in the spermatophyta or they are included in the phanerogams. That is, the meaning of phanerogam is that the presence of the flower. As they have the capacity to produce the flower, so they are also having the capacity to produce the seed. This only difference in between the gymnosperm and the angiosperm, both belongs to the same category, that is the phanerogams, but only difference is that the growth of the gymnosperm is comparatively very slow, that is not so faster, it is very slow. Maximum members of the gymnosperm are used as a ornamental plants. For example, that is the cycas is there, then araucaria is there, then different types of the pine species are there, that is pinus especially. So these are known as the gymnosperm, or those plants are used as a ornamental plants. That is, these plants, that is gymnosperms, have the one more character, that is their vegetative propagation is not so commonly formed, and the flowers are not so attractive, that is flowers are in the form of cone and they are not so attractive, they are muddy in color. So the pollination is not takes place with the help of the pollinating agents, but instead of that they gets pollinated with the help of wind, and hence they are known as the anemophilous type of the pollination, that is pollination which takes place with the help of the wind. So for adaptation of the such type of the pollination, there is the one type of the modification is found in case of the pollen grains or the spores of these gymnosperms, that is the pollen grains are winged pollen grains, or they are the pollen grains, those are light in weight. So we are going to discuss on that. That is, the gymnosperms, they have the single type of the fertilization, that is, as in case of the angiosperm the double fertilization is found there, but here the single type of the fertilization is found there. This is the one more character. And in case of the vascular bundles, these plants are the vessel-less, that is vessel which is the part of the xylem, and this part is totally absent. So there are the number of characters, number of these characters are found in case of the gymnosperms. So that is, the xerophytic nature is also found in the gymnosperms, that is the in leaf there are the internal some characters are found in case of the gymnosperm. So according to the Chamberlain classified these plants, that is gymnosperms, and these gymnosperms are having the different types of the characters, just we already discussed about this. And here number of gymnosperms are there, as there are the chordates is there, then Ginkgo biloba is there, that is Ginkgoales, which is the member of this order, that is Ginkgoales. Then one more member is belongs to the coniferales, that is the pinus is there, that is cycadales is there, that is member is cycas. And in case of the coniferales are nothing but the large type of the plants, and these large type of the plants having the needle like of the leaves. The leaves are the foliage leaves, but they are nothing but the needle like. Then one more thing, that is the netum is there, which is the member of order Nettles. These netum are the plants which are the transition plants from the angiosperm to the gymnosperm. That is, the gymnosperm when converts or the modified into the angiosperm, there is the last plant from the gymnosperm which somewhat shows the characters like the angiosperm and the gymnosperm. That is, the leaves are somewhat as like the angiosperm, but having the such type of the cone which is somewhat looks like as the inflorescence. So such type of the additional characters are found in case of this one. So these are the modification, or this is the transition plants in between these two. Then when we concentrate on the classification of gymnosperm according to the Chamberlain, according to the Chamberlain, that is Chamberlain classified the gymnosperm in 1934, and he has written the information about the gymnosperm in his well-known book, that is Structure and Evolution, and he has divided gymnosperm into the two main classes on their main characters. These two main classes are the main one more is the Cycadophyta, and the second one is the Coniferophyta. As we differentiate these two, that is Cycadophyta have the members, and these members are comparatively very small in size. But when we go towards the coniferals, these coniferals have the members which are comparatively large, not only the large, but they are in the form of trees. So these are the difference in between these two. Then these gymnosperm, as we concentrate on the characters of the gymnosperm, main character is that the presence of the flower. Flowers are in the form of compact structure known as the cone. Cone is made up of the number of sporophylls, and sporophylls have the number of the to the sporophylls there are the attachment of the spores. That is, if there are the presence of male spores, then they are known as microsporangium, and if there is the attach of the number of megaspores, then they are known as the megasporangium. As we take the example of the cycas, this cycas is not found in the form of female cone, but number of megasporophylls. These megasporophylls have they carries the number of megaspores on their either side. Megasporophylls are nothing but the leaf-like structure, and on these megasporophylls there are the presence of megaspores on either side. These gymnosperms are their growth is very slow. Then xerophytic character is found there, single fertilization is found there, and one more thing, the flowers gets pollinated with the help of wind, that is anemophilous type of the pollination is there. These plants, that is maximum gymnosperms, they are economically important. That is, when we concentrate on the members of coniferals or the Coniferophyta, these coniferals or the Coniferophyta, they shows the characters like they remains attached, or they shows the characters like they have the uses like they are used for the preparation of the furniture material or the railway sleepers. So these gymnosperms are again divided into the two classes, that is Cycadophyta and Coniferophyta. these Cycadophyta and Coniferophyta, these classes are again divides, that is Cycadophyta divides into the 3 orders, and these Coniferophyta divides into the 4 orders. These Cycadophyta have the 3 orders, that is Cycadophylicales, Benititales and Cycadales. Then this Cycadophylicales is the first order, belongs to the Cycadophyta, and it have the member, that is the Lyginopteris. This Lyginopteris uldhamia, it is the fossil plants, that is they are found in the fossil form also. Then Williamsonia, this Williamsonia is the one type of the benitital plants, and in Cycadales there is the genus, that is Cycas. Then the Coniferophyta divides into the 4 orders, that is Chorditales. These Chorditales have the member like chordates. Then Jingoels have the member, that is Jingo biloba. That is, when we observe these plants, that is the Jingoels or the Jingo biloba, these leaves of this Jingo has the bilobed leaves, so they are known as the Jingo biloba, that is bilobed leaves are there. And they are large plants, just like I told you in the Coniferophyta, the maximum plants are the large in size, so they have, or they are large plants comparatively. Then one more member is the Pinus. This Pinus, that is the coniferals, which is comparatively large tree, which is known as the pines, and these pines are found in the Himachal Pradesh, then Bengals, and maximum parts of the India. These Pinus have the presence of male and female cone. One more thing, the leaves are of 2 types, that is, which are nothing but the scale leaves as well as the foliage leaves, which are known as the needle. And these plants have the presence of the dimorphic nature, that is, branches are the dimorphic. Dimorphic means what? That is, branches are of 2 types. That is known as the one branch is nothing but the branch of unlimited growth, which is known as the long branch. These branches of unlimited growth, or the large branch, is the branch which attached to the directly stem, and these branches are growing unlimitedly, and on these branches there are the presence of the branches of limited growth or branches which are short, so they are known as the dwarf branches. And these dwarf branches, they are restricted, their growth gets restricted by the conversion of the foliage leaves. Means when there are the formation of the foliage leaves takes place on the dwarf branches, their growth is stunted, their growth is stopped, so they are known as the branches of the limited growth, or they are known as the short branches or the dwarf branches. And these leaves, they are, that is known as the needle, because they are in the form of small in size, they looks like as a needle, so they are known as needle leaves, or leaves are known as needle. They are 1 in number, or 2 in number, 3 in number, or 4 in number, depends on the variety. So Pinus is the plants having the such type of the character. Then the next order is the Netales, and these Netales have the plant that is known as the Netum, and Netum have the different types of the characters. Which type of the characters is there? That is the Neem is the plant which is found in Maharashtra. It is found in the western Ghat of Maharashtra, and they are found in the form of the climbers. That is, they are in the form of climbers. Just like I told you, they are somewhat looks like as a angiosperm. They are the transition plants, and they shows the some characters of the gymnosperm and the some characters of the angiosperm. They are showing the characters of the both. Those are the nothing but the transition plants, and they their cone are strawbillous, or the cone are somewhat looks like as a angiosperm inflorescence. So they have the such type of the characters. So these are the classification, that is whether the plants that is gymnosperms are classified. These gymnosperms gets classified by the different types of the scientists, that is Sporns and the Chamberlain and the others. But these Chamberlain classified the gymnosperm in 1934 into the two main classes, that is Cycadophyta and Coniferophyta, and Cycadophyta again divides into the Cycadophylicales, then order Benititales, and order Cycadales, and the Coniferophyta again divides into the four orders, that is Chorditales, Jingoids, Coniferales, and Nitales. So this is sufficient for today. That is, this is the classification of the gymnosperm according to the Chamberlain, that is the given by the Chamberlain in his book, that is the structure and evolution of the gymnosperm. So thank you very much. Stay safe, stay home, have a good day.